Good morning, Card Communities. RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Picking up with the theme from Monday, showing off a mini card. This is from 2015 Topps Random Inserts, just a mini version of a base card featuring Jimmy Rollins and Mike Schmidt. This was actually the game in which Jimmy Rollins became the all-time leader in hits for the Philadelphia franchise. Here is the full-size card. These cards are, in fact, the same size as the 1975 minis. I don't know why Topps chose to produce another mini parallel set, a full parallel set from the 2015 set, although this is the 40th anniversary, if you consider, from the 1975 Topps set, so perhaps that's why they did the homage to the minis. But again, in 2015, they put out a full, 660 card mini set. Actually, it looks like according to the checklist here, it goes to 701. A full mini set of cards, if you're interested in undertaking that mountaintop. My random baseball item of the day. I have a collection of everything baseball, mostly Phillies. Posters, magazines, books, pennants, statues, you name it, I have it in some capacity typically. And I was looking back and reminiscing about Phillies greats of the past. And one of the things you remember as a Phillies fan was the 2011 season. Phillies made a huge off-season deals and stacked their lineup with perhaps the best pitching rotation in history when they had Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, Roy Oswalt, and Cole Hamels. And they also had Joe Blanton, but everybody forgets about Joe Blanton. And there were any number of pictures and posters and paintings and magazines highlighting those individuals. So here are three. Maple Street Press, the Phillies annual, the preview of baseball, talking about how great they're going to be. Tell them they're going to have another World Series. Here they are, Athlon Sports, the baseball preview or highlight thing. Everybody expected this team to go all the way practically. Armed and Dangerous, independent publication, talking about how great the Phillies are going to be and showing off their great pitching staff. There's a famous picture, I believe Sports Illustrated had all five of them on the cover. You usually don't hear much about Joe Blanton, even though he still was with the team. People forgot all about him. It was a great interview where all five of them were up there and they're talking about how, they're hoping to get back to the World Series. And yeah, aside from Cole up there, none of you guys have ever been to the World Series. And Joe pipes up and said, I was there. Remember me? It was so bad. But anyway, I just love looking back at great things from Phillies past and remembering the 2011 Phillies team is one of those things. So today's trivia question, asked about the first, on Monday I said, who was the first Negro Leaguer to appear in and win a World Series? Question today is, who was the last active Major League player, to have ever appeared in a Negro League game? So give me that answer. Email me the correct answer. I will include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of that question. You'll have today and tomorrow to answer, and we will pick a winner on Sunday. Your prize for that, from last year's Topps Chrome product. This is the Topps Chrome 87 throwback. It is not the Mojo Silver Pack promotion or nothing. It is simply a Topps Chrome insert, Jared Duran rookie card, the 87 throwback style. That'll be your prize for that question. So good luck to everybody on that one. Today, I want to show off a little something. In 1986, for whatever reason, Topps and Fleer decided to go mini, and they put out Fleer especially put out like a full box set. I think it was either 120 or 132 cards, miniature sized in a box set. And for whatever reason, Topps said, "Well, I'll do that too. I'll put out a league leader set." So this is the very first Topps mini card league leader set, 1986 league leader set issued by Topps. I'll pull a checklist out real quick. That's the final card in the set. The checklist is numbered, card number 66, and you can see it is part of the full set. It is not a standalone card. And as noted, these are the league leader cards. They came in their own box and packs. They were not random inserts. It was a separate product. You would buy a box. If you went to the card store, there'd be a box on the thing. You'd get a pack, and there'd be about 5 or 6 of these cards in the pack, usually along with a advertising card of some sort. And each card, it was the, if you remembered the actual team checklists of the day, the team checklists back in 86 were the manager cards. But in the base set, they also had, in 1986, these league leader cards, which had the standard Topps design, black text at the top, whatnot, and a fogged out white border like this. So this set was the league leader cards, and on the back, big thing, Major League League Leaders, and it would tell you up here in this little space here where this player ranked. Where did this player rank in terms of the league in certain offensive or pitching categories? So this is the Eddie Murray card. It would give his last year's stat plus his lifetime stats, and he ranked 2nd in RBIs, 3rd in runs, 5th in on base, and 5th in game-winning RBIs. Now, in order to get a whole bunch of people in this set, they really stretch some of the stats in a way. So here you go. Dennis Boyd, oil can Boyd of the Red Sox. How did he make this list? Okay. He was 4th in shutouts with 3 and 4th in complete games, and both of those were ties with 13. It's funny to hear about 13 complete games being 4th in the league. These days, that'd be like some kind of phenomenal feat. I mean, absolutely shocking number in today's game. Bruce Hurst of the Red Sox. Strikeouts, he was 4th in strikeouts. That's all he could claim. That's how he made this list here, this pack. 189. Gary Pettis of the Angels. And they are organized by team. He was 2nd in stolen bases. They're organized by team name from the city in which they played. So Baltimore came first, Boston second, and so on. Harold Baines, Floyd Bannister. What did Floyd Bannister? He was 2nd in strikeouts in his league. Britt Burns. What about Britt here? 2nd in shutouts, 3rd in victories, 6th in strikeouts. I did Carlton Fisk is 2nd in home runs that year. That's pretty good. Brett Butler. I'm trying to find a really odd stat. I know there were. Maybe I'll just do it from the back. There were some odd stats. Tony Gwynn was 4th in batting average. There you go. John Tudor was 1st in shutouts. Then they talked about ERA, victories, and complete games. Willie McGee, batting average, runs, stolen base, and game-winning RBIs. Tom Herr, runs batted in. I'm trying to find some of the bizarre stats. I do remember that in order to get this, like Jack Clark was 4th in on-base percentage. They did kind of stretch out some of these bizarre stats. Here's your Phillies guy. Glenn Wilson was 5th in RBIs. Mike Schmidt tied for 3rd in home runs with 33. Juan Samuel was 5th in stolen bases. There you go. Keith Hernandez, game-winning RBIs. He was 1st in game-winning RBIs. That's what I'm talking about with a person. You're really grasping for straws when you're looking for a reason to put these guys in the set. Now, here's a guy who belongs in the set, Dwight Gooden, first in all of your things. Take a look. He won the pitching Triple Crown that year. First in victories, ERA, strikeouts. So you can imagine in 1985, he won the Cy Young Award, Dwight Gooden. He was dominant, and obviously the Mets would go on to win the World Series in '86. So it is really that a list of some of the league leaders in various categories. And again, in my mind, sometimes they kind of stretched it out. Tried to make it, you got to put somebody in there. So Mike Scioscia, number 2 on on-base percentage. Okay, we'll put him in there. Oral Hershiser, number 3 in ERA, 3 in this or that. They really did stretch out some of the things. It got even more bizarre as this one only has 66 cards in it. They started increasing the number of cards in the set, and they'd have to increase the odd categories as to what they would, have highlighting, because they had to put more and more people in these sets. There's a lot of Hall of Famers in here too. You can imagine these are the pinnacle of the performance at the time. So you have to assume you're going to have some Hall of Famers in there. So I'll flip through real quick. Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. Cal Ripken, Hall of Famer. Wade Boggs. You know you're going to get a lot of Hall of Famers. Harold Baines is a Hall of Famer. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Jack Morris. Walt Terrell. What did Walt Terrell do? He was 4th in shutouts with 3. A lot of people had 3 shutouts, sounds like. George Brett, Hall of Famer. Lonnie Smith, what did he do? 5th in stolen bases. Lonnie Smith. Bert Blyleven, Hall of Fame. Mike Smith, 4th in something victories for Frank Viola. Ricky Henderson, Hall of Fame. Dave Winfield. Mike Moore, 5th in that. Gorman Thomas, home run usually for Gorman Thomas, yeah. 5th in home runs. Toby Harrah still cranking out. 3rd in on-base percentage. The immortal Charlie Huff. We're running low on Hall of Famers here now all of a sudden. There's Sandberg. Nolan Ryan. Oh, he was 3rd in strikeouts. Oh, you're slipping, Nolan. You're slipping. Only 3rd. Come on now. Fernando. Tim Raines, Hall of Fame. Gary Carter, Hall of Fame. Here's your Mike Schmidt, of course. Rick Russell. Wow. So you can see they kind of struggled to get some people in there, fill it up. Not everybody is a Hall of Famer. But it is a Tony Gwynn. And again, that's because San Diego was the final league leading thing. I don't think they had any Texas Rangers at all in the set. I guess they couldn't find one that was a league leader in anything. So, I don't think they had a Cardinals. They had any Cardinals? Yeah, there's the Cardinals. Okay. I don't think they had any Blue Jays either. No Toronto. Too bad, guys. Too bad. Unless it's, oh no, it's by league. American League first, then National League. Okay, so here's your, this is going to be your Rangers, and your Blue Jays are going to be in here. Yeah, there's your Rangers. There's your Blue Jays. So yeah, every team is represented. Then I went into Atlanta in the National League. American League first, National League second, organized by city, and there you are. So it was the first of the league leader sets. They made them up until 1990. In 1990, they came off the league leader set. They did not do one in 91. And Fleer, I think Fleer only did their mini set for 3 years, 86, 87, and 88. I do not believe they issued any more than those 3 years, 86, 87, 88. But Topps kept going with their league leaders into the 90s. And Topps also issued right in 1980, I think it was 88 and 89, they issued those Topps UK American cards, which were also league leader style mini cards, but direct to the box sets. Those two went instead of packs of cards. So I think actually in that case, I think you can get them both in packs and in a box set, the UK minis. Anyway, just showing off a small set. Now I have every one of these mini card sets in my collection. The first 2 years, 86 was this fog thing. 87, they did a good job and used the wood border in the 87 set. 88, they went back to these. So on the front of an 88 and an 86, you cannot tell the difference. The text is the same. You'd have to turn it over to see the difference on the back. And then in 1989, it was also a foggy style for the 89 minis. And then in the 1990s, they had that standard 1990 card design from Topps, put on the mini border, but every one was a blue and yellow color scheme. So anyway, just highlighting the mini Topps releases in my small set Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed that. Please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card community. Don't forget the trivia question. Pipe in a guess if you can. Check out the description for more information. And we will have one more video again on Friday this week. Great trivia, great prizes, all right? Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again. Take care.